What's good with you? 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 It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday, baby. It's Friday. Man, I hope you enjoy y'all weekday. Hope you enjoy y'all weekday. I'm saying it's the summer. It's the summertime. Friends, family. Summertime. But welcome to our episode of Talking Big Facts. I'm your host, the Haitian boy. The Haitian boy, Sash. The Haitian boy, Sash. Everything's black and white. Everything. I got a couple things on my mind. I was just sitting having a conversation with a good friend of mine. I'm gonna keep it short though. Because it's a long story, but man, it's one of them situations I was involved in where it was a great thing that's into, you could say, a not so great thing because of a couple individual. But when you look at it, if you really look at it, it's a great thing. I was telling my friend, man, you gotta find a great opportunity in every situation. Every opportunity you get in life, good, bad, whatever, you gotta find the great out of it. Pull it out. You can be in a good situation, and you can turn to a better situation. You just gotta find how you're gonna use that situation to elevate yourself. You could be in a bad situation, something terrible you probably put yourself in, or you thought what it was gonna be, but it was not. So you kind of got bamboozled. But there's still opportunities in that to elevate yourself and make yourself great. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. So anyway, I went to this school. I went to this HVAC commercial school. I'll tell my friend, which he already know about it, but he don't know the details and all that until we had a conversation. He just know I went to HVAC commercial school. So I went to this HVAC commercial school a while back, 2-3 years ago. About 4 years ago, per se. So I'm at this HVAC school. How I got there is a whole total different story. I mean, how I got there, only God put me there. That's how I got there. Let's just say I got there, I didn't pay nothing out of pocket. And I got there with $0 in my name. Because I had to move to a different state. I'm coming from Florida. I had to go to a whole different state. And I didn't pay not one penny for the plane tickets. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pay not one penny for, you could say, room and board. Cause I was there for 3.5 months. I didn't pay not one penny for food. You feel me? I didn't pay a thing. And I was getting paid on top of it just for being there. So a flip, that's a great situation. All I gotta do is get up and go to class, do the work. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Like I said, that's a whole different story for another day. So I went to this HVAC school, commercial HVAC school. I'm from Florida. and I literally had to fly to Texas. I had to fly to Texas. First time in Texas. So new environment and everything, which was great. So I'm in this HVAC school. So they had the school set up to where it's like military style. I don't know if most of y'all ever heard of it, where they basically just fill up your brain with so much information. It ain't for the weak. I'll be honest with you. It's not for the weak. If you're not the type that don't comprehend quick, or you're not a fast learner. I'm not saying you're dumb or anything. Some people just a slow learner, which is fine. You know, certain things it takes me a while to understand and learn. You know, but in other situations, I see it 1 or 2 times. I got it. So this is just how the mind works. But it's one of those situations where, okay, we paying for this. The school is literally like a 3-year program, but they teach it to you in 3.5 months. So I had to rewire my brain back to my college days, and that was so long ago. Man, I had to go back to my high school days, like literally. You know how it is? You ain't been in school in like 15, 10 years, whatever. Then you just get dropped, just like this. You just got dropped in a school environment. I mean, you gotta be quick on your feet, and then it's not just one of them schools where you could, okay, I could leave anytime I want to, I could quit anytime I want to, which I could, but when you reaching for your goals, you find for success, and you know coming out of this school or coming out of this situation is gonna better your life, you got a decision to make. You're gonna deal with it and toughen up, or you're gonna quit on yourself. You feel me? So I couldn't quit on myself. I couldn't quit on God because, like I told you, He put me there. He literally put me there because I didn't see it coming. It's one of the things I did not see coming. Didn't see it coming. it was one of them situations where you'd be like, I'm going to bed 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, studying, doing homework, taking a quiz, bringing it in class the next day, turn it in, leave school, another 5 chapters, quiz, homework. That's every day. I'm going to pull something out of it. Ain't not put it in front of me. I'm going to pull something out of it. So, make a long story short. So, every day, 3.5 months, class work, homework, study session, do it again. So now now I'm there for a month going. Me and everybody that they brought in, it was like 8 of us. It was supposed to be 20, but people dropping out. It was 20. The first 2 weeks, people was dropping out. It's a lot. People dropping out. So we went from like 20 to like 5 of us. 5. So a month in, the company brings some technicians, some senior technicians that been in the field for like 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Some of them had just started with the company, never did the class too though, but somebody's training in 2 years. So they brought this technician in. So now granted, I'm in this mug busting my butt. You feel me? Missing my kids back home. You feel me? Grinding, barely getting any sleep, but still going. You feel me? I got sick at one point. I was hospitalized, and I'm in the hospital. I'm doing the class work. I'm doing the homework. I'm doing the class work, doing the homework, and I'm in the hospital for a week. No lie. I got no reason to lie. That's how bad I wanted it. And you couldn't allow me no days. Unless it's something like that. Because when somebody paying for you to they're paying everything for you like that, it comes with some stipulation. You feel me? It comes with a lot of stuff. They pay for everything. It comes with some stipulations. And the stipulation was, hey, do the work, go to class, don't miss no days. That was it. That was it. And if you couldn't do that, you out in a heartbeat. Literally. If it's too much for you, you can go home. You can go home. You're gonna end up paying that money back. They didn't pay the school though. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was one of the things. They didn't pay the school all this money and you quit because you didn't want to work. It got too much for you. But you had people quit. I told you we started with 20. It was down to 5 of us. So anyway, you had these senior technicians come in. They came in. These senior technicians came in. And guess what? They was bamboozled too. They're like, what? We thought this was training because they got HVAC experience, but don't have refrigeration experience. Coolers, freezers, things like that. Reaching freezers, walking freezers, things like that. Industrial don't have that type of training. That's the type of certificate. They don't have that. So they come in and they're supposed to only be here for, I think, 3 weeks. 3 weeks, because that was 3 weeks. So they come in. The instructor couldn't tell them nothing. They done messed up the whole vibe. I ain't gonna lie to you. They messed up the whole vibe. The instructor couldn't tell them nothing because they been in the game 10, 20 years. They know it all. You can't tell them nothing. They can't be wrong for nothing. And I said, Lord, I never want to be like that. I never went to the point where I think I just know everything. I know too much. No. Because the minute I start doing that, I won't be me. And I like being me. I will not be me. I'll be somebody else. I will lose everything. I'm built on learning. I'm built on, hey, what's new? What's something cool that happened in the past that y'all used to do? Feed me knowledge. When you say feed me beats, I say feed me knowledge. It's the only way we're gonna survive. But anyway, these technicians come in, 10, 20 years in the game. Instructor couldn't tell them nothing. We sitting in class, we trying to learn. They arguing with the instructor. Instructor say, hey, a capacitor is this, that, and the third. You can do this. You can make a 225 become a 50 combine together. No, you can't. You can't do that. I'm in the field. I've been doing this for 20. We talking about arguing with the teacher. I'm sitting here like, man, y'all shut up. You know what I'm saying? I be sitting this in my house. I'm trying to learn this thing. No, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to get it. I'm about to get this thing. You feel me? They arguing back and forth. Man, time to take quiz. None of them been trying to take no quiz. They just rushed through it. Everybody fell. Then they give them their grades. They're like, well, that's what we do in the field. This what you got in that paper is wrong. Man, this is school. They're gonna tell you all the technical forms. They're gonna tell you everything technical. You might call a wrench, an alley wrench, but in school they call it something else. It's still the same thing. It's just they're gonna give the proper form. Everybody got nicknames for something. But in school you're gonna get a proper form. So anyway, they argue with the teacher. We talking about this is going on for about until we graduate. All the way down until we graduate, because we all graduate together. We talking about they just every day we gotta deal with them. Complain. But anyway, we had these directors come out. They just want to check out the school. How we learning, how we moving, what's going on. Just how everything worked. So these directors come out from the company. It was a couple of directors, and you could say I think the CEO didn't come out, but she did send a video or something. But anyway, so as we sitting in class, it was like maybe 3 days before we graduate, right? We sitting in class, my little crew, we are excited. We can't wait. We went through all this, man. We made it down from 20 to 5. Man, we did it. We did it. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm excited. It's opportunity, opportunity to just one day have my own business. One day do, man, it's so much doors open. You market, you meet so much people too. that have their own electrician out business. They have this, man. Doors, you just know doors about to open this opportunity that God put you in. You got to take advantage of it. So we excited, ready. We ain't ready when they about to graduate from anything or complete something. You know what I'm saying? So we ready, we hype. So these directors come down, like I was saying, and they just asking questions, asking the students questions, asking the senior technician questions. Man, I didn't know people could be like this. I do, but sometimes you kind of like put high value on people, especially if they, you know, see that you trying to get to where they was. But some people, they like what they say, they gatekeepers, or they don't want you to have what they have, even though you're not gonna take what they have literally. You're trying to get yourself opportunity to feed your family or whatever. But some people are just selfish. They don't see themselves. But anyway, you got to see a technician as these directors asking what's going on with the school, how it's been going with your learning. They tell them, oh, this is a piece of crap school. This is a piece of crap school. They ain't learn nothing. You know, tests and quizzes. You know, 5 chapters a day. They didn't learn nothing. They're like, we didn't do nothing but just, the teachers just sitting there and talk about their life and this and that, complaining. Everything was bad in their eyes. Everything was nothing good about that school in their eyes. Why? We saying that? Why? I say, we didn't experience that. Like, why? And you was so crazy though. I don't think these directors, they didn't even ask us nothing. They didn't ask us guys that they sent, they investment. We damn nearly the investment. We the young bloods. You know what I'm saying? We young cats. We the investment. Them guys, 40, 50, someone was like 55. They out the door as for doing that type of work. They didn't ask us nothing. You thought they asked us something. That's what I tell you, man. Some people, man, they wouldn't ask them because they didn't see tech. They words me more than us. So, listen, I'm gonna cut it short. I know y'all ready to go. Y'all ready to go. You know, these days, y'all ready to go. But as long as God tell me to keep talking, I'm gonna talk. So anyway, them senior technicians just bad-mouthing the school. Why? Because they didn't want to do the work. They didn't do the work. They didn't do the quizzes. They didn't do the homework. Most of them was like, I just came down here for a little vacation and I'm getting paid for it. I thought it was just like a little training, I get to hang out at a big 5-star hotel, everything paid for. And that was their mindset. So imagine that's their mindset. Then they come to this environment and they just get dropped in a whole school environment, and they gotta be mad. Which I understand where they're coming from, because I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? I was the same way, but I just embraced the situation. Them boys, they don't put some time in the field, all that. They ain't trying to do that. Even though it's something new they learning, they get a certificate for a new skill, a new trade. They didn't care about all that. They bad-mouthed the school so bad. So when we graduate, right? I think it was like, they had like 15 senior tech. When you graduate, and we got this, I got my certificate of completion, my diploma, all that, all these trade, all these skills I got. All this certification I got. You had some of the senior techs rip up the certificate after graduation, ball it up, throw it away, and they try to convince us it's just a sorry piece of shit paper. Oh, this is a sorry piece of shit paper. It don't mean shit. Literally. It don't mean shit. Sorry piece of paper. It don't mean shit. And you got my fellow classmates, they get mad, they upset. They're like, man, you know, they might be right, cause 3.5 years worth of work within 3.5 months. You know, they start thinking about all this doubt start just coming into their heads. So and I'm not human. I'm like, man, what they talking about, man? I don't want to hear that. Man, is this even credited? You start thinking like that. But I had to get out that bag. I had to step back from it. I'm like, you know what? Forget what they say. I'm telling my classmates, man, all that work we put in, money, you can say 7 days a week, 5 chapters a night of homework, essays, paragraphs, quizzes, no sleep, study halls. We left our family. Some cats come from Atlanta, some cats come from Chicago, Florida. You mean tell me all that was just for a sorry shitty piece of paper? I said, y'all tripping. I said, I'm gonna keep my sorry shitty paper. I'm gonna keep mine. I don't know what y'all gonna do with y'all. You can say what you want to say. I'm gonna keep mine. Listen to the technician. Listen to them. Do what y'all want to do, but I'm gonna keep mine. Cause in my eyes, that paper represent all that work I did. Literally, that's what it does. All that work I did. That's what that paper represents. That paper is not the end of everything, but that work I put in, that's what it's saying. That's what I did. That's what that means to me. Forget that it's a certificate for HVAC and refrigeration and ammonia, all that crap. I look at it as, hey, that's all the work I put in. Long story short. So anyway, boom. Everybody, graduation. Some people upset because they got a sorry piece of paper. Sorry shitty piece of paper. I don't know if they threw it away or they kept it, but I kept mine. Fast forward. I see this job on Indeed. That's my little spot. Well, I think most people on Indeed. I see this little job on Indeed, right? I go on Indeed. I say, that's interesting. Just looking. Even though I'm still with the company, I'm looking. You all every now and then, fast forward. You always wanna see what's out there. So I'm still with the company. So I apply for this job. So I'm going through the application process, this and that, and the third. And first thing the lady said, hey, I see you got a lot of experience in this and that and the third. But what education do you have behind it? Because this position, we even though you got experience, that's what drawn us to you. But we need, you got to have certain certifications to do this type of job that, if you get hired on to do. You got to have it. You got to have EPA Universal, you got to have refrigeration, you got ammonia, you got to have about 4 different types of certification, to do this job. High paying job, this and that, all that crap. And I'm like, So I'm saying like, dang, I do got all these certificates. I'm gonna keep referring to, I do got all these sorry shitty piece of papers somewhere in the room that I didn't throw away. I didn't rip up. I still believe I still believe represent all that work I did. I still got it. Man, I turn all that stuff in. I see you want me to turn all of them in. Because as I'm talking to the lady prior to me turning all this paper in, because she's like, yeah, we're still looking at other candidates, you got good experience, but what kind of, because I had just uploaded a high school diploma, associates in graphic design, things like which really ain't really needed for that type of work, for that type of field, but I did it anyway. Education, I loaded up all, I uploaded it all. So, she was still, I feel like I was option B, literally. That's what I'm trying to say. I feel like I was option B. They're going to keep looking. If they can't find that, they're going to come back to me. That's how I felt like. So I said, you know what? Some say, man, turn all this certification that you got from that school. Turn on them sorry piece of paper in. So guess what I did? That was God talking to me. Lid, I'm telling you. I wasn't going to. I know I had it, but I wasn't thinking about it. So I turned all them sorry piece of papers in. Do you know? That's what I'm telling you, man. Like you have to believe in yourself. You gotta have faith in yourself. You know, put God in everything. You know what I'm saying? You have to. You have to. You have to. Believe in yourself. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do or you won't do. Don't let nobody break up your peace. Don't let nobody change your mindset about your goals, your dreams. Man, I'm telling you. Man, look, you know, the same day I turned all them piece of paper, sorry, shitty piece of paper in, by the afternoon, I got email say, man, the email was like, wow, you got all these credentials and more that we require for this job. You hired. When can you start? When can you start the process? When can you start? You know what I'm saying? When can you start? Wow, you got this, you have that, you got this, you got that. You feel me? I had all this sorry shitty piece of paper, but the representative is not looking at it like that. I'm looking at it like, well, I'm not even looking like that. They looking at it like that. All them sorry shitty piece of paper, to this day, I still have them. Could land me any job I want in that field. Any job. Because they ain't looking at if what happened to this school or what happened to this. They just see all the experience that you say you have, that you did, that scholarship piece of paper represent to them. Okay, he know what he's doing. So he's certified. It's certified. So he's not just, yeah, I know how to do this, I know how to do that. No. Here's my credentials. For real. My resume is nice, but he's a stamp on it. Ain't that something? I could have been like the rest of them, throw it away, be mad, be angry, rip it up. You feel me? And I don't even think that school got the commercial style program anyway, because the company was funding the whole program. Don't even have it anymore. So I can't go back and get them certification if I would have ripped them or lost them. You feel me? Why I tell you. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to learn to look to make every opportunity. Make every opportunity, good or bad, a great one. A great one. Yes, Lord, I'm telling you. A great one. So, those of y'all out there that has a bunch of sorry, shitty piece of paper, put them to use. Put them to use. Until next time, you know who this is. You know who this is. The Haitian boy Sage. The Haitian boy Sage. Thanks for tuning in with me on this Friday. It's Friday. Man, you know what I'm about to watch next Friday and then this Friday. You know, I'm about to watch all the Friday series. Till next time, everything's in black and white. Talking big, fat, podcast. My wenu, them wenu. See ya.